And honestly, no. Look, we must all be worried. It is clear that we are doomed. President Pan. Look, the words he's using say this is team, a fantastic team. They are outstanding performance. I mean, Obi, when you listen to the president, honestly, did you believe that this was an interview being done in 2022 at this time? I mean, it's shocking. And you see, I look back to our recent history. Ubekaya, Professor Mills Abreso, when the Honorable Spio Gabra or that famous op-ed in the Daily Graphic.
Yeah.
Team B. Why is President Mills fielding Team B?
Yeah.
When people like them who are Team A performers are on the bench. You know, you compare and contrast, and you look at the achievements of that era of the Team B team. That was the time Ghana recorded the highest GDP growth rate in our entire history, 14.4%. In CEDA. The passer what kind this IMF document. And when you read it carefully, Omo use words like worsening, exacerbated. All of this confirms we were on a downward trajectory. Na niema say, na say, the ineptitude, the incompetence, the cluelessness was palpable. It was producing certain negative results into the pandemic, and then the Russia-Ukraine war exacerbated. Say, Obronia using the word exacerbation. It means na say that way above the Western. That's the point we have always been making. It's a clear confirmation. And IMF worker said, this was a sterling performer. Things were in such great shape. They were the best performers in the world, like under Professor Mills, 14.4%, longest single sustained digit inflation, and all of that. And it is the pandemic that has, as it were, caused a U-turn and a change in fortune. But that's not the write-up. That is not what the IMF is saying. The IMF is confirming, say, na niema say, and the external shocks further exacerbated the word they use, and it worsened our situation. You can't take refuge. You can't seek succor in this IMF. You know, they choose their words carefully.
Yeah.
I mean, these experts, they go through various consultancies. I mean, the best brains you can find because they can afford them. You know, so they choose their words carefully. Look, this pandemic and Russia-Ukraine war, what it has done is that exposing vulnerable economies, particularly economies that didn't have the right structures, that the things were artificial, so-called gains were just superficial. The pandemic exposes you, and that's why you have a situation like what you are seeing in Sri Lanka, what you are seeing in Lebanon, what you are seeing in El Salvador, what you are seeing in Ghana. The countries where they were robust and they had built resistance, they had built buffers, you know, and reserves. They are doing quite fine. They are doing quite fine. These things, just these external forces, it only comes to really show your true level. It shows your true level. It amplifies what is the case. So, we will see that level of resistance.
Very well.
So, what say economy? If you mismanage the economy now, these external factors will just expose you the more, and that is what is happening in the case of Ghana. But let me conclude by saying, sir, look, the time has come for us to admit, sir, we really need a paradigm shift. We can't continue chasing after the same solutions, going to the IMF for the 18th time. Look, since 1967, this same part, Mboyeng, many TUC4, and many analysts and scholars who are saying that Ghana must change the structure of its economy. We need new thinking. We need visionary leadership, because what we are doing now is just tinkering. If we continue IMF and the IMF don't be mistaken, say they want you to be permanently weaned off. They would help you momentarily, give you some temporary solutions, hoping that you'll come back to them. they are in this for business, and there is something to be said about countries like the Asian tigers. They didn't go to the IMF to transform their societies. The only difference was that they had clear visionary leaders who were aware of the times, leaders who, when there is such an abysmal outlook, they won't say, ministers performing in an outstanding way and be praising their ministers, patting them on the back. Because, look, he himself, he is the leader of the cabinet. Perhaps we should look at it this way, sir. He cannot reshuffle the team because on himself on one Kasano is part of the problem. If he starts talking about reshuffle, what it means is we must reshuffle the entire government. He must leave. The MPP must pack bag and baggage, and we need a new solution, a new government to come and rescue us. But look, more fundamentally, Nominia, we need new thinking, a paradigm shift, to make and say, and think that IMF will bring us any solution.